Today we are going to transform that corner back there into this. We're talking about a standby power system for when my power goes out.
Welcome back to Steve's Small Engine Saloon.
Power outages suck. Every time our power goes out, it goes out quite often every year. Shop's not lit up. I can't do anything in here. I got to pull out my tiny little generators, plug in, start the gas engine and all that stuff. I'm sick of it. I've wanted a standby system for my house for a long time. Today we're just going to put it in that corner just so the shop is lit up when the power goes out. So as you can see, I got a bunch of stuff from Bluetti, and no, it was not free. First of all, we got the two main power systems. They're the Apex 300. Those are the two main generators. Plus we got two expansion batteries right here, the B300K expansion batteries. And we have the hub A1 right there. We have this little hub here. I'm going to show you what that's for later. I don't know if I'll ever use that, to be honest with you. This is very important. I'll show you that later. The new breaker box right there, that is to put all your essential breakers into this. When the power goes out, whatever's in here is going to come on. I think that essentials for me, I mean, I got this car hoist right here. If the power goes out, come on, I'm not going to be lifting a car up anyways. I think the only thing I'm going to do is power my heater. I got a big, well, what is it, a 5,000 watt shop heater in here. And then, of course, I want the lights to come on and all the power outlets to come on the wall. So that's what we're going to do in this box right here. Oh, I got two solar panels here too. 350 watts each. They fold out 4 times that big. And so that's 700 watt solar panel. We've got a bunch of cords here. We've got 2 telephones. I don't think these things work yet. Whole bunch of cords and everything right here. We are going to install all of this into that corner over there and see if this actually works or not for what I want to use it for. So first of all, before we get in that corner there and start installing all this stuff, we do have some bench work to do. This is the hub A1. This is actually a transfer switch inside of this. So first thing we got to do is put that cord, install that cord into this. I think they used to come with the cord already installed, but probably for shipping purposes. Really easy to do this, I hope. Little trap door on here. You just take that screw out. Little trap door, and you can't get this wrong. You see these little letters in here, L1 and L2 and ground. They all match the colors and the labels on the 4 wires that you have to put in there. So let's do that. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Put that over there. Now we're going to put let's do some breakers in here now. Just got to take this front cover off and have a look in here. Oh yeah, I was saying, by the way, all 4 of these units, the 2 expansion packs and the 2 main units there, they're made to stack on top of each other like you saw in that photograph. You can actually get 3 of these and 3 of these and put them all into that hub transfer switch there. I got 2 breakers, 3 breakers here. That one right there, 220 watt heater, and the other ones are 110. Okay, I got those popped out where I need to. Put that back in there. Obviously, I'm just going to lightly put these screws on. Fits on there perfectly. Beautiful. Okay, so that's all good. Another thing done. The other thing is this little box right here. This is actually very important. What happens with this one is this one gets wired into your main breaker, the one that you see in the corner already, the existing breaker from your utility company. Two reasons for that. You plug the hub that I showed you, it goes into this. It plugs from here and into one of these with a cord. So while we're here on the bench, we can hook a wire up to it. Okay, done. Now that hub, that transfer switch will plug right into there. The other end's going to plug into the 50 amp breaker in the main panel in that corner. So speaking of power, yes, I did turn the breaker off before I wired this 50 amp 220 plug in here. Now, what I did, I just pulled the 50 amp breaker right here that the heater was actually wired into. Well, we don't need that breaker anymore because there's another 50 amp breaker in the new panel we're putting on. So I just reused that one. Here's the wires going to, there's no power on these, they're coming, that's going to the heater. When we put that new panel over here in a second, you just wire nut those together and wire them in like that for the new breaker on the heater. So let's do that now. All right, next step done. We got the new panel put in, and as you can see right now, my heater is running off of this breaker now, and my lights and my wall outlets are running off those two breakers right there. I think it's time to stack our units together, our Apex 300s and our B300K expansion batteries. We're going to stack them up there. All right, plan's starting to come together now. So those little telephone things, I can't stop calling them a telephone. Right here on this side, those are to tie the Apex 300 and a B300K expansion battery together. So theoretically now we don't have 4 units here, we have 2 because those are connected and those are connected. But now we want all 4 of those connected together, and that is just one of the jobs of the Hub A1. Okay, so that's on the wall now. We take that, plug that into our 50 amper here. Bingo. That's actually getting power now because that's a live circuit right there. Now, how we make all of these work together is through the hub. We have to plug in the 2 Apex 300s with cables and put them into these AC parallel ports. Okay, quick edit. You saw how I had those cables here. I just had to slide this hub over a little bit so these 2 wires connecting all that together aren't interfering with that door. And so now all of this is going together into that hub, and this 50 amp breaker right here, or 50 amp plug here, is going to have all of that power coming out of there, which we have to connect to here with this cable. There it is, hooked up right there. One end of that green cable right there goes there, and the other one goes right into the bottom of the new panel box. So all that power now is being supplied to our new breaker box. Let's try it out and see what happens. Now before I do that, you can see right now it's actually charging. AC input there is charging at about 1100 watts, something like that. When we flip the switch, it's going to switch over and start outputting power to everything that we're using. So here we go. I'm going to simulate a power outage by flicking that main breaker off to this whole shop, and then as soon as I do that, I'm going to flip the breakers over here, and generator will take over. Battery backup system will take over. Here we go. It's going to get dark for a second. And boom. Now the whole shop, well, you know, my essentials out of this box right here are all running on that Bluetti backup system. See there? AC output now, it's not charging anymore. AC output is charging at about 470 watts, something like that. I am so happy right now. I've wanted a standby system for my shop or my whole house for so long. Finally got her done. Bluetti, I truly believe that excellent stuff. It was not that hard to install all of this. Great instructions that come with it and everything. I have some links for you for all this stuff in the description and the pinned comment of this video, so check those out. And now I gotta run to the store and get all the stuff I need to pretty this up, make it nice and safe, legal. I'm gonna have to cut some of the, I might move some of this around a little bit, cut some pieces of the wall out so I can get all the wires in the wall, armored wire, conduit, whatever it's going to take. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to bore you with all that stuff. So, obviously I'm doing that today too. Sorry, I'm signing off today with no beer. Steve out.